CFA Level 2 May 2026 candidates, with just about 2 months left for your exam, what should your plan of action be? I'm gonna tell you. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanishka and I hope you all are doing good. Today's video is for my CFA Level 2 May 2026 candidates with just about 2 months left for your exam. I'm here to share with you how your last 2 months should look like, what should your plan of action be, and by the end of this video I'm gonna share something very important, so make sure you stay tuned till there. Let's get started, but before that, if you're new to this channel, then please take 1 second to hit the subscribe button. If you've ever liked my work even a teeny tiny bit, then please join the community by subscribing to the channel, and while you're at it, do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I post a new video. And for the very kind people who have already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for joining me in my journey. I hope we stay together till the end of time. Okay, so first of all, you guys understand the pain points of what every exam level is demanding. In CFA Level 2, syllabus completion per se is not a very big pain point as compared to Level 1 because it's literally half the chapters. But what the major pain points are is, number one and most common, case studies, because none of us like lengthy questions, and case studies to baba, very lengthy. So case study solving becomes a very big pain point. Number two, there are a lot of numericals, a lot of calculations in Level 2. It's literally the highest level of calculations in all of the CFA exam. Many people do not like numbers, so that's a pain point. And number three, being able to retain whatever limited topics are there logically, that's another pain point. So before trying to understand how to jump into the best strategy, understand that these are the pain points and how you can work at it, or if you've already mastered it, then well and good. Now coming to specifically May 2026, ideally for the CFA Level 2 exam, I recommend having at least 1 full month of revision. I say worst to worst situation 20 days, but ideally 1 month is literally needed, especially for Level 2. So if your exam is say between May 15th to May 20th, April 15th at the latest should be your target for syllabus completion. I think it's very doable if you've started at a reasonable time. Worst comes to worst, like if push comes to shove, then maximum pull it till April 20th, but usse zyada avoid, because that last 1 month in CFA Level 2 holds a lot of weightage. In my opinion, at least if I talk about my journey specifically, I remember before my exam, last ke 3-4 mahine, I had stopped kind of studying. But of course, that was a different scenario, I understand, but I'm just sharing it with you. I had stopped studying for a few months and I got back properly literally 1 month before my exam, and that did the magic for me. It really helped. So do not take that last 1 month lightly, is my opinion, and make sure that you get that last 1 month. So if you're a working individual, try to get as many holidays as you can at that time. It really helps. Things that are non-negotiable, of course, number one, do not take ethics for granted. I've seen a lot of Level 2 candidates do that. Please don't make that mistake. Don't think that just because it's a repeat of Level 1 you'll be able to crack it. You will not. It's not that easy. Number two, also get better with paper solving understanding, in the sense, on the paper or on exam day rather, there are 2 pain points. One, like I already said, case studies, right? So know how to solve those case studies, I'll tell you. Number two, time. Usually not such a big problem I've seen of late, but it has been, and sometimes it can get in Level 2 as well. So the best thing that you can do is timed practice. Whenever you are practicing questions now onwards, make sure you are timing yourself. So if the exam says 44 questions in 2 hours 12 minutes, your goal should be able to solve at least 50 questions within 2 hours 12 minutes, so that on exam day 44 questions do not seem very heavy. That's the target you should keep in your head. Okay, how to solve the case studies? Like I said, the best approach is, do not read the case study then come to the questions. It's a waste of time. It's like you've gone out to search for something without knowing क्या ढूंढना है. जैसे मम्मा नहीं बोलती वहाँ से जाके वो लेके, और कहाँ से जाके क्या लें पता ही नहीं होता. So best approach is first skim through all the questions. Why not just read the first questions? Because कभी कभी कुछ overlap होता है. So skim through all 4 or 5 questions of the case study, then go to question 1, read that in detail, then go to the case study to look for the answers. Okay, so like I said, it's always best to first read the question, then go to the case study. Saves you a lot of time, and when you know what you're looking for, you look for the object faster. So use that logic. One more thing, last 1 month should be specifically reserved for cumulative revision. If you guys do not know what cumulative revision is, drop a comment saying cumulative revision and I'll send you the link to explain to you what cumulative revision is. In cumulative revision as well, 2 more points to remember for Level 2. Number 1, go with the hard, easy topic wala logic. Instead of going in a flow of, okay, I did this to this, the ascending order. No, go with a topic that you find hard, start with that, then switch to a topic that you find easy, then hard, then easy. It works best. इसमें से भी keep portfolio and quants as your last two subjects. Portfolio management and quants has a lot of theory, a lot of memorizing. It's best to keep it in the last because you see it सबसे ज़्यादा last में, so the recall will just be higher. Okay, so that's about the majorly how your last 1 month should look like. If you haven't yet, as of now, the moment you see this video, if you haven't yet, please bless yourself and make a formula sheet. You will thank yourself. On the last few days, you will not be able to make do without a formula sheet, especially for level 2 because there are so many numericals. So please get to that if you haven't yet. Coming to numericals, since there are so many formulas, chances of you forgetting a formula on exam day or messing up a minus plus, something like that, very, very common. What you should do, try to add logic to as many formulas as possible. I know some places it's not possible, like in a quadratic equation it might not be possible, but in a derivatives, when you're removing value or something like that, it can be possible. In a fixed income, you can maybe use some logic as well. So plug that in, use your logic wherever possible, especially to numericals. And for regular statements that you're not able to understand, plug in numericals to help you understand. Take some time to grasp what I said, add logic to sums and statements that you cannot understand, explain it to yourselves using numericals. It helps. Okay, these two things. One more very underrated advice that people usually do not share for level 2 but worked for me, so I'm gonna tell you guys: play any game that can help you calm your mind and sharpen your mind at the same time. So the level 2 exam questions are not very direct, especially as compared to level 1. So what happens is people sometimes get confused or kind of lose focus, also because of the generation we belong in, when we're watching reels every day. मेरे देख के कुछ नहीं होगा, but in general reels देख के हमारा concentration span has decreased, our focusing span has decreased. So it is really a game changer to play any mind sharpening game like a Sudoku, word puzzle, something like that. Don't get addicted to it, but 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, 10 to 15 minutes in the afternoon, evening, it really helps. It calms your mind because your focus is shifted to one place. It's like meditating without meditating. Number 2, it sharpens your mind because you learn to focus like this. When you're playing Sudoku, you try to find that number, kaun sa jayega kis box mein. So your focus is fully in one place and your mind is trained to think like that. So on exam day, you're fully alert and you're able to catch questions that are slightly twisted and do better with it. So this is something that really helps. One more thing. CFA level 2 exam pain point, like I said, for level 2 can be time as well. So make sure from now onwards you are timing yourself when you practice. Very, very important. Especially the mocks that you do. Last 1 month you have to give minimum 2, maximum how many ever you can give mocks, but 2 institute mocks should be given. 2 timed institute mocks. Best way to give it, if your exam is at 9 a.m, sit for the mock at 9 a.m. I usually tell people sometimes in mocks what happens is you complete the mock earlier. So 2 or 12 minutes is your time, but you complete it by 1.5 hours. Still sit for 2 hours 12 minutes during your mock so that your mind is trained to not lose focus. Many times in CFA level 2 or for that matter any CFA exam, what happens is eventually you get so brain fatigued and then you make mistakes or you get tired. So one thing that you should train yourself is to be focused and to be able to sit in one place. So sit for that 2 hours 12 minutes. Even if you've completed the paper, just sit. Don't use your phone, don't do anything. Sit, think it's an exam. Keep rechecking your paper if you can. You'll even avoid silly mistakes. Then take a 30-minute break, come back, sit for another 2 hour 12 minute. This really helps because it helps you learn to be more focused. So this helps in level 2. And yeah, I think I've pretty. Oh yes, one more thing. Please do not take ethics for granted. I know many level 2 candidates are like, I same like level 1 है, last के 10-15 दिन में I'll do 10-20 questions and हो जाएगा. No. From the day you see this video till your exam day, 1 day before your exam, 1 case study of ethics every single day is a golden chance for you to possibly pass the exam. So if you don't want to miss it, then do not ignore ethics. It is very important. Even if the syllabus is same, execution gets tough in level 2. Also, if you guys have now seen, this is the last important thing that I told you that I'm going to share with you. For my CFA level 1 May 2026 candidates, I've organized a group virtual workshop to explain or to help them strategize for their last 1 month, answer questions directly. The agenda of that workshop is I will give you a proper last 1 month plan, and I will not leave that workshop till every person's questions, strategic questions only, not syllabus related questions, will be answered. I'm in two minds whether I should do it for level 2 or not. Let me know in the comment section. I need to get at least 5 minimum confirmed yeses in the comment section ki yes we will join, yes we will join, yes we will join. Only then will I announce it. So if you guys are interested in it, let me know in the comment section. If not, we skip it. If you are, then I'll plan it. And if you like this particular video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning.